Hi, I'm Corey, and today I'm going to show you how you can bring new life to your kitchen for just a few $100s. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of those DIY home improvement shows that showcase how painting kitchen cabinets can improve and make your kitchen look brand new. Well, in a lot of cases, that's the truth. However, if you are the third or fourth person who is painting these kitchen cabinets, your paint may be actually thicker than the cabinets themselves. So in that case, we have to do something different. So basically, we're going to go out and we're going to create and finish some new cabinet doors to give the illusion of a brand new kitchen. Of course, you can go out and you can buy some unfinished doors, which is no big deal, but with each door averaging about $45, if you have a kitchen of, say, 20 doors, that's going to run a budget of at least $900. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go out and we're going to measure and we're going to create the doors ourselves. Now, I need to warn you that this is not a weekend warrior project. This will take several weekends and or late weeknights. So let's get started and see what we're going to need. Premium 3/4 inch Luan wood, not plywood or particle board. An average 2 foot by 4 foot piece runs about $15 a board. Premium oil-based paint to paint our cabinet doors. An average can runs about $50. You'll want to take a look at some wood wax or polyurethane. An average can will run about $15. Premium spray paint. This is to spray paint our existing hinges. An average can runs about $6. New cabinet knobs and handles. These can range anywhere from $25 to $100 for the set that you're going to buy. 1/2 inch flathead wood screws. This is to attach our hinges to our new doors. An average 100 pack runs about $5. A piece of plexiglass. A 2 foot by 4 foot piece runs about $20. And finally, a fine Sharpie marker. As for tools that you're going to need, make sure you have a tape measure, table saw, drill with various small drill bits, a powered hand sander, and sander blocks. I recommend having several types of grit, ranging from 40 all the way to 150, steel wool, tarp for paint, paint brushes, and paint racks. Step 1, measure. In order to determine the wood we're going to need as well as our cuts, we're going to need to measure our existing doors. Be sure to get a piece of masking tape and a marker so that we can mark where each one of these doors belongs. Based on your measurements, you can begin to plan out your wood and cuts. I recommend purchasing standard 2 foot by 4 foot sheets. They're easy to transport and cut with a standard table saw. In most cases, you will get about 3 or more doors out of each board. Step 2, cutting. After you have measured and marked all your wood, it's time to cut your doors with your table saw. After each cut, take the new piece of wood and place it over top of your existing door. By doing this, you can guarantee it's a good fit. You should also mark each of your doors with a corresponding number to keep track of them. If you're interested in dressing up your doors a little bit with, say, a little bit of trim, like you want a shaker design, this is the time to do it. You would apply your trim and apply it. For this example, we're just going to be doing a flat modern style. Now it's time for step 3, sanding and painting. In order to make sure that your new doors have that showroom look, we need to make sure that they have a nice smooth finish. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to start sanding each one of them. Not just their faces, but also their edges to make sure they're nice and smooth. After each door is sanded, it's time to apply our first coat of paint. This may take a while because we have to paint both the front and the back and the edges. So what I do is I actually recommend getting these little mini stands. And by doing this, we're actually able to paint each side, have it dry, and then flip it over. After your doors are dry, you'll notice that the surface may be a little rough. That's totally normal. because what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to resand all of the doors. By doing this, we're going to have a smoother finish. Now it's time to repaint your doors. Take a damp cloth or paper towel and just wipe off any residue or particles that you might have from when you were sanding. Repeat this step again if your doors aren't smooth enough. Finally, it's time to apply the wood wax. I've chosen a satin finish. What this will do is it'll actually protect the door from the everyday kitchen usage that we have. I prefer the satin wax, but if you want a higher gloss finish, you can use a polyurethane. Of course, we don't want to actually forget about the kitchen cabinets themselves. So while we're actually sanding and painting the doors, we can actually be doing the kitchen cabinets at the same time. Now, depending upon how much buildup you have on those cabinets, you may have to use a lower grit sandpaper, maybe like a 40. Step 4, hinges. Unless your hinges are a complete disaster, you should be able to reuse them. What you'll need to do is clean them first, so I recommend getting some vinegar and some baking soda, soaking them, taking a toothbrush, cleaning them out, and then letting them dry. Then what you'll need to do is you'll want to get a premium spray paint, and you'll want to actually spray paint each one of these hinges. And by using the premium spray paint, we're going to make sure that when we actually use the hinges on everyday wear and tear, they're not going to scratch. Step 5, prepping your doors for your hinges. In order to make sure that your doors are going to line up with your cabinets, we need to mark exactly where those hinges need to be. So what I've done is I've actually gotten a piece of plexiglass to actually make a template. And what I'll do is I'm actually going to place the plexiglass over top of the old door, and I'm going to mark exactly with my Sharpie marker where each one of these holes needs to be placed. Next, you'll want to take your drill using a very small drill bit, smaller than the screws that you're probably going to use to attach the hinge, and drill all the way through. Then, go get your brand new door. After determining which side of your door will face outward, place the plexiglass on top of the new door's interior. Drill slowly down through the plexiglass into the new door. Be sure to only drill halfway through the new door, so that you don't go all the way through. Step 6, knobs and handles. If you're going to be applying a handle that requires 2 holes to be drilled, you might actually want to apply it on the cabinet door before you put it up. A lot of times, many of these home improvement stores actually sell templates that make it very easy to place the handles and knobs on the door. If yours is a specialty, you may need to create a template again using the plexiglass. Step 7, installing your cabinet doors. Now it's time to show off your work. After you install your hinges, you can install your cabinet doors. If you want to move a little faster, I definitely recommend having a friend help to steady and get the doors on the right way. That's it. Enjoy your brand new kitchen.